Hello and welcome back to The Inner Shift. Today on the Inner Shift Teen Series, we have Miraya, a bright high school student from Pathways Gurgaon. She's not only excelling in her academics, but also shines in extracurricular activities, especially debating. Known for being a very supportive friend and a great listener, she's here to share her world with us, from friendships to mental well being, a topic which is close to her heart. Welcome, Miraya.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for speaking to us. Thank you for being here on The Inner Shift.
Yes, I'm more than happy to be.
So, as I was saying earlier, I had the pleasure of speaking to your sister. Is she a guiding influence or are you the opposite?
We're very different, but I would say that she's a huge role model in my life.
Yeah. Do you feel the pressure of living up to her standards?
Sometimes because she's also quite a bright student.
So are you. You also do so well. But do you guys have similar interests or I don't?
Yeah, we have similar interests or passions, you could say, but I think they're rooted differently. For example, something we're both passionate about would be mental health, and she's kind of expressed it through literature. Whereas I am more of a public speaker. I enjoy things like debate. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, because she seems to be, I think you guys seem to be in opposite ends of the spectrum because
Yeah.
it's like behind the camera and in front of the camera. What is it that you like the most about debating?
I would say like having a platform to be able to share all your thoughts and ideas in very structured way. Just being able to express it and working with others to solve solutions of issues that are actually prevalent in the world. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. So give me an example of one of the debates which you hold close to your hearts, where you feel that you made a difference with a point that you put across.
So a lot of them are actually about mental health and specifically about my age group. So say if you're debating about things like societal standards being held up in things like high school or social cliques, I feel like those topics I hold quite close to my heart.
Okay. What does a typical day in Miraya's life look like?
So 7 to 4 is school. Leave the house at 7, reach back at 4. After that, maybe 4 times a week I have a tuition after school, whether it's math or chem or Spanish.
It's become a necessity
City
today.
now,
Yeah,
of
absolutely.
course. And then on the weekends, I enjoy hanging out with my friends, going to their house, meeting them. Yeah.
Your mother has a very social life. Are you as social as you are?
Yeah.
As she is. Sorry. Yeah.
I think Sarah's fallen on
On that,
that
yeah,
side,
go on
and
after
I've
that.
fallen a bit on more that way.
Do you enjoy it?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, lovely. Tell me one thing that you absolutely love being about being a student today.
I would say meeting people with such fresh perspectives and different ideas. It's so interesting to see how everyone's, thoughts are so diverse and how everyone doesn't share the same opinions on things. Yeah, sometimes it gets tough, and you have disagreements. But I think it's also really refreshing to understand other people's perspectives in a different way that you don't think about it. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. That made sense. For a moment, I was a little lost, but then I realized it really actually does make sense. In fact, when IB had actually started, and my kids, of course, are older than yours, but when I first was introduced to IB, I was like, oh my God, that's so interesting.
Yeah.
Trying to understand something rather than, mugging it. And I think just the way education has evolved.
Yeah.
No, it just seems so much interesting. I know I couldn't manage teaching the kids because understanding the concept of a revolution and then applying that concept to something. But it is interesting. Okay. What is your favorite subject?
I'm more inclined towards the sciences, so I'm a chemistry and biology student.
Wow.
So I'd say chem and bio are my favorite subject.
And what is it that you want to pursue? Any plans or not yet?
I'm still battling it between law and medicine.
That's like
Yeah, I know.
I think all debaters naturally tend to go towards law, but yeah, doctor. That's a lot of studying also.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Anyone in the family who is a doctor?
Yeah, my aunt. So dad's sister.
Yeah.
She's a doctor.
Okay, right. So that's an inspiration
Inspiration.
right there. Okay. You're a great listener. That's what I've heard. How do you think that has shaped your friendships?
I think that in today's world, so many people they forget that when your friends share a problem with you, a lot of people instantly jump to just giving advice, like unsolicited advice. But I think it's so important to just listen and understand, try to understand at least how they're feeling. I think that's way more important than just giving out advice. Just put yourself in their shoes and understand it from their perspective.
I feel that if we let our children rule the world will be a much better place because they have a much better understanding of how to lead life. Yes, when someone is sharing something with you, they want you at times just to listen. And being a great listener is so important because most of us hear to reply and not to listen. So, congratulations for figuring things out. And I will say to you what I said to your sister before also, please don't change. Please don't. We need people like you. Okay, teen years can be very intense when it comes to social circles.
Yeah.
Any instances where you found it difficult or a friend has found it difficult, bullying, being singled out? Any instances?
So I'd say first-hand experience. I'm quite the social butterfly. So I haven't really experienced it personally, but I do have close friends who have. And I would say that in our generation, social cliques, I feel like they've become so much stronger than they were. Everyone belongs to a specific friend group. And when there are new students or people who are new to an environment, it's so difficult to get acquainted into these circles. And I think sometimes people can be a bit closed off to meeting new people. Yeah.
So what do you think? What are the qualities that you look for in before you call someone a good friend?
I would say the most important thing is loyalty. Yeah. They should always be trustworthy. They should always be there to support you.
And what is one quality that you feel is overrated in a good friend?
I would say, public support in the sense where, let's say, you get into an argument with someone, siding with the friend. I don't think it should be as important as it seems today because it's not about, who shows up
Publicly, but
it's more who shows up behind the screen.
Such wise words, I tell you. Seriously, I have started enjoying my teen series way more than some of the adult episodes, honestly speaking. Okay, social butterfly, social life, highly social. Any time that you have felt a little overwhelmed being social, and how have you dealt with it?
Of course, I think everyone obviously has, a limit or a boundary. And sometimes, obviously, socializing a lot can be overwhelming. And then you just feel like you need to isolate yourself a bit. So I think it's really important to keep your boundaries up. I think it's my piece of advice would be it's okay to say no sometimes. Let's say you don't feel like going out, it's okay to say no.
Do you say no?
Sometimes.
And when you've had like back to back to back, what is the one thing that you do to kind of just recenter yourself or ground yourself?
I would say for me, simply every day actually after school, which is so much socializing and meeting people. I think I keep like a specific hour of the day. So for me, it would be before I sleep. I will put my phone on silent and I would just choose like a series or a movie on Netflix.
Yeah, just
I'll eat some dessert or something and I'll just watch TV for like an hour.
And in that other silence, in the radio silence from everything else. Wonderful. I know as a family also you guys do a lot together. I know your Sunday movie rituals. So how important do you think that things like that is connecting with the family on a regular basis?
I think that family, they're going to be there from the beginning to the end. They don't come and go, and it's so important to have a close bond with them. And I would say spending quality time is just one of the best things to do as a family. It's something I really enjoy. Whether it's going out for a movie or just, the four of us simply sitting at the dinner table, it's something I always hold close to my heart.
Wonderful. Now your sister is going to be off to college.
Yes.
Right. What is the bond that you share with her?
Well, me and her are quite close in age as well. We have a 3-year difference. So we are quite close. And I think it's going to be strange, when she's gone and I want to tell her something, and I go to her room only to realize that she's not there.
So are you already kind of building up to that missing her phase?
But of course, the fights and stuff.
That is normal. That is normal.
Yeah.
I mean, that has to be in any relationship. That is when you know it's normal.
Yeah.
Okay, great. And from what I know, you're the one who gives her the fashion tips.
Yeah.
So she'll be calling you for that.
If she's going out and I don't like what she's wearing, I'll tell her, please go change this. You're not looking nice, please.
So cute. So cute. Okay. Now you've mentioned an interest in mental well-being. How, when, where, what? Tell me about that.
So it started a while back. Well, for the first few years of life, I was like I said, I'm very social, and it's always been like this. I'm a very talkative person, and I've always really liked hearing other people's perspectives and things like that. And I realize so many people today don't feel seen. They don't feel heard. They feel like nobody wants to understand them or no one's there for them. And I think that's just one of the worst feelings. And I think it's so important to show anyone and everyone, regardless of whether you like them or not, that you can be there for them. I think it's so important to show kindness. Again, regardless whether you like somebody or not. Yeah.
Yeah, kindness doesn't cost anything.
Yeah, and it started. So in 5th grade, I was appointed well-being captain. And I would say from there, my journey kind of began. And then, entering middle school and now high school, a lot more issues come up. You get to see a lot more. You mature, obviously. Yeah, and I'd say that's kind of where it, was rooted from.
Wow. Do you think children your age talk enough about mental health?
Yeah, I'd say, in comparison to my parents' generation, there's so much more openness about mental health. And a lot more people can really just talk about how they feel. But then once again, there is kind of still, I would say, remaining stigma around it. Some people are still very hesitant to share. Even me personally, if I'm undergoing, a tough time, I would like sharing it with others. Yeah.
And this is someone who knows about mental health. What do you think there should be a change in? So how can the world make you feel more comfortable, or what can make you feel more comfortable in talking about how you are feeling?
I think just in general for everyone, not just for myself, I think it's very important to stop judging people so fast. We take a look at people or we hear one thing they have to say without, hearing the whole 360-degree view, and we jump to a conclusion or we judge them instantly. And I think it's so important not to do that.
So you feel if there was a greater environment where you didn't feel judged, it would be easier?
Yeah.
So if I say that, what is the one thing that your school or your parents could change in today's world, with regards to mental health, it would be just being more non-judgmental or creating a non-judgmental space?
Yeah, because in the school I'm in, we do have, student counselors and things like that. But I still feel like a bit of judgment does exist in the school environment in general, not just specifically with counselors, but be it students, teachers. Yeah.
So if you feel that, you were going through something and there was maybe someone off campus, maybe not school, because yes, I get that there could be a degree of, judgment there. But would you be open to going to a therapist or to a counselor if you felt that you were going through something in life?
I would say to me, I understand that it's such a, great thing to open up and talk about your feelings. But for me, it just feels too foreign to open up to somebody new about everything you're feeling.
Okay, so I'm really happy that we're having this conversation because we're in a time where there has been a huge jump in suicide rates in teenagers, right? And I feel for someone like you who has got such a supporting family, who talks about mental health, whose sister is doing work in mental health, and if someone like you is also still feeling the hesitation, what is it that we can do to create that, to take away that inhibition and to create that safety in you to be able to talk about your emotions? What was the hesitancy?
See, I think it really varies from person to person. For me, it would kind of just be the factor of trust. Because, you instantly meet someone and it's like, oh, suddenly you have to open up to them about everything. And then tying into what I said previously as well, judgment. Maybe telling like, even if you just mention it to a friend, like, oh yeah, I'm visiting a therapist or I'm visiting a counselor. Sometimes you can also be judged there.
But isn't that judgment their problem and not yours?
Yeah. In fact, anyone's judgment of you, and especially people who don't know you, well, no one knows you as well as you know you. So I'd say no judgment is really that valid, but obviously it's difficult to stop it from, getting to you.
So I'm just going to put a thought out there and I want you to think about it. If you have fever, you have a cold, you're going to go to a doctor? You're going to go to the doctor and you're going to tell the doctor all your symptoms?
Yeah.
If you're going through something mentally, you're going to go to a doctor and you're going to tell the doctor your symptoms. That is how you need to start viewing it.
Yeah.
Mental health is not something that you need to be ashamed of. Mental health is not something that you need to talk about behind closed doors or to be even quiet about. It's another ailment. Like if you have a fever, you can be going through something at an emotional level. So that is, I feel, a shift that you can still work on and just think about it. It's actually as simple as that.
That's very good. Yeah.
Because that is exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. So I would actually really encourage you to think about it and to advocate this.
I think I will.
Yeah, great, wonderful. What's your personal way of taking care of your own mental health? Maybe there's exam stress, there's social anxiety about a party, what to wear. There are going to be so many people. These are real things, right? How do you manage all of this?
So I would say one thing that really helps me, like specifically, with school as well as the workload increases in high school years, is try to stay as organized as you can. So whether that's if you receive, say, like your assessment schedule and you can just put it down on a calendar or just something as simple as that, I feel like it helps so much. Because for me, let's say today I go home and now tomorrow I'll open my calendar and I'll see what's on it and I'll get to know what's coming up. It's so helpful to stay organized. And I think that's something
that helps you just stay on top of everything. Okay. Any ritual, any practice that you do, like maybe journaling or something that is wellness related?
I think for me it would be taking really long hot showers.
That's also that's very relaxing.
I think it's like a reset after a long day.
Yeah. Okay, so another tip for you. When on a day that you're feeling very heavy, just add a teaspoon of salt to your last rinse. Salt is a great absorber of negative energy. So all that heaviness that you're carrying, just visualize it just getting washed away. My last question to you. If there is a program in school where they introduce well-being or meditation or breath work, for your age group, how open would you be to attending something like that or trying something like that?
So we sort of have a system like that already implemented into our school. And I think it's nice because normally we do this, the first thing in the morning, and it's nice to start the day off like on a good note. Yeah, you feel calm, you feel good afterwards.
So how about ending your day the same way?
Yeah, I think I'd be open to that.
Right?
Yeah.
So try that on a day when you're feeling a little, actually make it a daily practice. Just before sleeping, just some conscious connected breathing.
I'm learning so much today.
Trust me, I've learned so much from you kids. All of you guys are really, really very evolved. And I hope that adults also can learn from you people. Okay, just before we close today, I'm going to do a fun rapid fire question segment with you. One word that describes you best right now.
Calm.
Great. What's your go-to stress snack?
A Nutella sandwich. Best snack.
Instagram or Snapchat?
Instagram.
Okay. A song that instantly lifts your mood.
Or any form of house music.
Nice. If you could debate against one famous person, who would it be?
Donald Trump.
Okay, I'm not even going to ask why. Okay. One thing adults totally misunderstand about teens.
The struggles that we face on a daily.
And they're real. I absolutely agree. A quote or mantra you live by?
Oh, this one's tough. Not so sure.
Not okay. So think about it and get back to me. Last one. If you had to give one piece of advice to another teen who may be struggling internally, what would it be?
Just keep showing up every day. That's more than enough.
That's lovely. That's really lovely. Thank you so much, Miraya. Such beautiful insights. And I hope I've added to your list of what you can do and how you can.
Thank you so much for having me. It was a pleasure.
Thank you so much.